guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Brawl Stars, and I'm so happy to have my man KairosTime, an amazing Brawl Stars YouTuber, back on the channel after probably quite a while. Kairos, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man. Dude, it's so good. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 years since I've been on your channel for like a pro Clash Royale deck or something.
Yeah, man.
I've been Brawl Stars took over my life, man. I haven't played Clash Royale in a while now.
I know, dude, but you're like, I love your YouTube channel. Anybody who's watching right now, you need to go check out KairosTime, subscribe to him, turn on your notifications. You will not regret it. I love your positivity, your enthusiasm. I love you as a person. You're amazing. I loved meeting you and chatting with you. Man, this is very mushy. I didn't intend to be so lovey-dovey here.
What they don't know is we've had some good conversations, so it's okay. I appreciate it.
We were actually, this is so bizarre to start the video. I apologize for those of you waiting to get to the tips, but we were on a plane having a nice conversation, and some lady came up to
oh my gosh.
Some lady came up to me, and I thought she like overheard the conversation and wanted to add in like a nice, because it was like a nice conversation about our lives and stuff, and she came up to me and she was like, excuse me, you have diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh my gosh, that was like,
and I was stunned. What? I was like,
oh man.
Anyway, so dude, there you go, guys. There you go.
Okay.
That's a good opening. Okay, guys, that's it. That's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'm just joking. Kairos, I have you on right now to go over. You know, I put out my first Brawl Stars video a couple days ago. I'm going to be doing regular content now. I'm excited for the game.
Sweet.
It looks awesome. The game, like the new look to it, and everything that's been added in beta is incredible. But
beautiful.
The comment that I got a lot yesterday in my first video is, what is just the best strategy to unlock more brawlers quicker? And then once you do unlock them, what is like the ideal strategy to upgrade them? Are you doing it all at once? Are you focusing on a couple brawlers? If so, which brawlers? Does rarity matter? A million questions for you. And because I am not as well versed in the game as you are right now, I'm going to be relying on pro guests, and you're the first one. So Kairos, let's start out with unlocking brawlers. Let's say someone just picked up the game. They've unlocked a few. How do you unlock more? What is the best strategy?
Okay, yeah, so there's quite a few different things that you can do here. First thing, if you haven't already, absolutely go and connect Supercell ID, because if you don't have Barley, it'll give you Wizard Barley skin, and it will unlock Barley for you for free. You only have to open up get him in a box. So that's like the first thing that you want to do. So as soon as you finish that tutorial right there, the next thing that you want to do is you want to push high up into the ladder. Now I'm going to be this tip right here. This is for like the hardcore people. You know, the people that are watching your channel are like, hey, I want to get all of my brawlers as fast as I possibly can. And the first thing you're going to want to do is just push and push, because I think you unlock Nita really, really fast, and you unlock Colt at 60 trophies, Bulls at 250. That shouldn't take too long. You can easily, if you have the time, it does take a little bit of time, but if you have the time, you can easily get 500 trophies and unlock Jesse, Bull, Colt, and Nita all in day one. And then if you really are rocking things, that on day 2 you can do another 500 trophies and unlock Brock. So that's like the hardcore players that are gonna get in there and like really go crazy. But other than that, and actually pushing in the trophies, or getting your trophy road brawlers, the next thing you got to do, you've got to earn those tokens, and those tokens are going to help you open up those brawl boxes. You need 100 tokens to open up a brawl box, and basically here's what you have to do. You play at least every 12 hours. You don't want to miss a 12-hour play session, because otherwise you're going to lose out on rewards. And every 12 hours you can get 100 free more tokens. And then on top of that, you also want to play each of the game modes and win at least each game mode once. Because each time you do, I know this is a lot. I'm going through this as quick as I can. Your people love these tips. Each time you beat one of the, every game mode, or each event slot unlocks another event slot. It happens on a 24-hour rotation. So every day you can win each one of those 4 and get the star token, and those star tokens help you open up a big box. So
that makes sense. So no, that makes sense. So I'm just playing. I'm at least making sure that even if I don't have a time for a long play session, if you want to optimize your unlock strategy and your level up strategy, you just want to at least play one game mode twice a day, or twice every 24-hour period.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have any time at all, at least get the star key from each game mode. If you have a little bit more time, and that's once a day. If you have a little bit more time, then play every 12 hours, get your tokens. and that you have available twice a day. And then on top of that, for those of you guys that are really hardcore players and you really want to maximize for rewards and unlock as many brawlers as quickly as you can, take all of the brawlers that you have and push them as high as you can quickly. Just take turns with each brawler. Maybe you take first brawler, push them up to 50 trophies. Then you grab the next brawler, push them up to another 50 trophies. And then you just cycle through them. And the reason why is because not only do you get extra tokens for experience that you gain as your character, but for every rank that you gain in by reaching new trophy rewards for each individual brawler, you also gain more tokens that you can use to then open up more boxes. So in day one, you can actually pretty easily open up quite a few boxes and maybe even unlock a couple of additional brawlers, maybe El Primo, Barley, or Poco, just by doing that.
I love that. That was actually going to be my next question to you, Kairos, is there's probably a million videos out there, right, on what is the fastest trophy pushing strategy. And do you,
Yep.
it kind of seems like the consensus is just Showdown. That's what I used early on to kind of just level up all of my brawlers. Do you think that it's Showdown still, or is there another method that you think can contend with that?
Yeah, so it's going to depend a little bit. There's one strategy that just works so incredibly well at the beginning part of the trophies, and I actually did a whole video on it.
Okay.
I call it the survival strategy. Other people just call it bush camping.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going here. Yeah.
But the strategy is you get into a showdown match and it might be boring,
Yep.
but you find the closest bush and you just hide in the bush.
Yep.
And if anybody comes anywhere near you, you run away from them. Like you avoid any confrontation at all costs possible. And that's what you do. And it is seriously so incredibly easy for you to push trophies. Like you can push brawlers up to 200, even 300 super easily doing that strategy. And then finally it comes down to you and the last couple of guys, and then you come out. They have tons of power ups because they've been beefing people. They've been beefing themselves up.
Yeah.
I call that the Arnold strategy. They go crazy, and then you just spin, and you're like, "Kill me!"
Yeah, that's it.
But,
yeah,
that's all it takes is you just have to get better than 6th for you to gain trophies in Showdown, and you can easily get 2nd or 3rd every single time by doing that.
Yeah, I was actually, a funny story is the first day or the second day of beta, pretty much the only time I was ever on the top global leaderboard. This is a long time ago. I was somewhere out of the country. I forgot where I was, but I was in a hotel with very crappy Wi-Fi, and that was all I did for 6 hours, man. All I could really do is because I had the Wi-Fi, but I just camped on Showdown. And I didn't do anything. That was my whole night, which sounds really pathetic now, saying it out loud. But hey, it's a viable strategy, and I pushed tons of trophies like that. So it's a good strategy. What do you think, to a player who's not, absolutely tier 1 pro player, what do you think the limit of, okay, I push this brawler, do you think it's around 500 trophies to where you should think about, okay, maybe I'll transition away from Showdown if I want to optimize trophy pushing?
Oh, I definitely think you should transition away from Showdown sooner than that.
Okay.
I think 300 trophies. You can technically push any brawler in Showdown to 500 trophies, but you're gonna miss out on so many other opportunities in the game because I see people do this where they Showdown is the game mode that they came to play. That's all of Brawl Stars to them. But then they jump into the other 3v3 modes and they just don't have the skills necessary for them to know how to do well. Then all of a sudden, they're playing Gem Grab at 500 trophies at an understanding of Gem Grab at 200 trophies, and they just don't do well, and then they hate it, and then they're like, this isn't, I'm going back to Showdown. And they just miss out on so much. Sure. I actually recommend, I like going into Showdown to learn mechanics of the brawlers and stuff, because it's really easy for you to do that. But sure. I think, I think that you should, every day when you open up the game, you should go get the star tokens from every single game mode and mess around with different brawlers in each of those game modes so that you can kind of get a good idea. If you really like Showdown, there's no issue with playing Showdown, but don't make it your only game mode, And then there are a lot of brawlers that, yes, you can push them all to 500 in just Showdown, but there are so many brawlers that is not the optimal strategy. Just because, it later on teaming becomes a thing, and it's just a lot harder to get to that number 1 spot, for you to consistently push trophies. So
yeah, are you on the teamer bandwagon or the non-teamer?
Oh man, dude, I had a whole push like a while ago of anti-teaming.
Yeah.
Stop the spin is what it was.
Yeah, I saw that. Are you still in that camp?
Yeah, I have
with
not
you, man.
teamed a single time since then. I was a massive teamer before then. I was like, hey, it's in the game. People are doing it. This is you have to do it to win.
Yep.
And then I was like, it doesn't make sense. I don't like it for new players. It's a terrible
player experience. I still hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. And then I was like, I can't do this on my channel anymore. So I am done with teaming. And I haven't teamed ever since.
Just so the new players or who just picked up the game have no idea what we're talking about. But spinning, and correct me if I'm wrong, spinning can mean like team up with me in showdown game mode. And it can also be like a form of BM kind of, right?
Yeah. It can also and people see it as a BM in like other 3v3 modes and things like that. Honestly though, like I see it almost all the time as just like people saying hi.
Gotcha.
Because when I'm playing on the ladder, people.
It's when you literally spin your character, guys. Just
you just spin. Okay. On showdown, it's hey, let's team. If they kill you and then spin, that's a BM. If they're just spinning at you like crazy and they see you out there like in a 3v3 mode they're on the enemy team, they're just saying hi because they probably recognize you.
Okay, so we covered spinning. Let's get back to I have one final question about the unlock strategy. So you kind of gave your optimal how to unlock more brawlers, like the title of this video, probably your optimal strategy. Now what about the brawler specials in the shop? Are they worth it? Like, let's talk a little bit about gem and kind of the economy end on unlocking brawlers.
Yeah, so here's I mean, obviously that's like a what cost reward type of thing. If you really want that brawler and you think he's worth that much money, then absolutely go ahead and do it. That's going to help support the game development and it's going to help you boost your immediate progression. But if you are not that kind of person, you can't feel like you can justify that, or you're like iffy about it. The good thing is that the reward system basically guarantees that eventually you will get all of the brawlers, okay? Once you have all of the rare brawlers, then your odds to get super rare, epic, mythic, and legendary brawlers increases. Once you have all the super rare brawlers, then your odds to get an epic, mythic, and legendary brawler increases, and so on and so forth, until it's like eventually you will get all the brawlers. It might take some time and a lot of patience.
Yep.
You might do a video opening 500 brawl boxes and not getting Leon. That might happen.
A little sore spot for you there, Kairos.
A little bit of a sore spot, but it will happen. And and the cool thing is, even legendary brawlers have a special thing tied with them called a luck factor, where every box that you open that does not give you a brawler, your luck factor increases, which actually increases the chance that you will get a legendary brawler. And every time you open up a box that does give you a new brawler, that luck factor decreases. So that's another thing. So like, yeah, it took me 500 brawl boxes to open him up.
Yeah.
But if I wouldn't have just spent the money to buy him, like I said, cost reward, if I wouldn't have done that, I would have gotten him. Like it's just a matter of time is all.
So if you can afford to, I would assume that the brawler special deals in the shop are actually good. Is that a fair assumption?
I mean, they're fairly high priced. Like one thing you have to realize is that you're guaranteed to get them eventually. So all it takes is just one box. So like for a legendary brawler, it's like a $30 single box where, you can spend $30 and open up, a lot more boxes than that.
That's true. Potentially get much more value too.
Yeah, so it really depends on what you think it's worth it or whether you think it's worth it or not. But to those of you guys that don't have money to spend money on the game and you just can't justify it, don't feel bad. Eventually it will happen.
Okay. My final question on let's talk one more follow-up on legendaries. So is the best legendary strategy just to wait it out? I mean, if you're not a big spender, is there any other tricks or tips to unlocking legendary brawlers?
Yeah, it's just open up more boxes.
Okay. There's no other. Just spin around 150 times, and your next brawl box will be a legendary.
Left, right, up, down,
that's it.
Y.
The Konami code. It works for everything. Done.
That's
all
right.
Well,
just open boxes.
I just want to thank you so much for all the tips and advice that you shared with us today, Kairos. We're definitely going to get you on the channel again soon. But
yeah, absolutely, man.
I can't let you go without asking your favorite brawler and your favorite game mode.
Oh man, I love Jessie, and it's funny because I told somebody once I like Jessie because of her mechanics, and they were like, "Oh, that's a funny joke," but I didn't get it. She's mechanic.
I see.
And now I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I like Jessie because of her mechanics. It's just, I know I'm lame. But it's
We love
sassy.
it.
I really like her mechanics. You know, she's got that turret. When she's max level, she can heal up her turret by using her attack. I think she's really cool. And then favorite game mode, I gotta go with Gem Grab. It's so much.
It's just the best.
There's so many different metas for different maps and things like that, and it's fantastic. Love it.
I'm right there with you, Kairos. I think that, I mean, Gem Grab, it's I don't know, it's the most addictive, and it can have, like, at least to me, maybe Brawl Ball is similar in your eyes, but to me, or in some players' eyes, but to me, it just has like the swings, the momentum swings that just keep it just such edge of your seat, and just amazing gameplay. If you guys are new and you haven't played a lot of Gem Grab, please play more of it. You guys will really enjoy it. So
much fun.
All right, well, Kairos, thanks again for coming on. Again, all of Kairos' information, his social media, everything will be in the show notes below. Any final thoughts or shout outs or anything, Kairos?
Man, I'm stoked that you're doing Brawl Stars content, man. This is going to be awesome. This game is so great.
Me too, man. Me too. And there's obviously, I mentioned it in the other video that I did, and I'll mention it again. There's a lot. I can't give enough credit to you beta YouTubers, for lack of a better phrase, but you guys really, I don't want to overstate it, but you kind of created an amazing YouTube community of people and viewers, not just creators. So thank you for doing that, Kairos. And it's easy for me to kind of slide right in here, and kind of just be a part of what you guys have created. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's fun. We all just are doing it because we love the game, and it's a ton of fun. And there's just so many people already in the community that also love the game. So that's why our channels have done well. And I'm excited because now that the community is just going to grow, I see more great things coming to Brawl Stars. It's going to be great.
You deserve it, man. I can't wait to see where you are in 2 years, and we'll have you on sooner than that, though. So thanks
great,
again,
man.
Kairos. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you check out Kairos. Again, all his information's in the show notes below. Along with my YouTube partner, Bren Chong, we're doing giveaways every day until Christmas, so check us out on social media, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate it, and as always, take care, guys.